so now we are going to be learning how to find the slope of 2 points using this formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So, our ordered pairs are x, comma, y. So, let's say that 2 is our x, 11 is our y, but also 5 is our x, and 9 is our y. So the reason why we have these little numbers, 1 and 2, is we're just going to kind of say that this is x1 and that's y1. So that's the first, the first point. And this is our second point, x2 and y2. Okay? So that's x1 and y1 is our first point, x2 and y2 is our second point. Okay? Now we are going to write y2 minus y1. So our y2 is 9. So 9 minus, right, our y1 is 11 over x2 is 5 and x1 is 2. So solving this, 9 subtract 11, okay, 9 minus 11 is negative 2. 9, you take away 11, and you have negative 2 left, right? 5 minus 2 is positive 3. So our slope ends up being this fraction, negative 2 over 3. Okay, and make sure you have 2 over 3. Okay, and submit. Our next example, okay, is we are going to do so this is our x, 1. This is our y, 1. This one's our x, 2. And this one's our y2, okay? So we are going to subtract, remember, 8, this is our y2, minus our y1, over our x2, 10, minus our x1, 5. And 8 minus 6 is 2. 10 minus 5 is 5. 2/5. Okay, so this is how we do it, right? Now, another way we could do it is, no matter what, if we flip these around, it's still going to be the same thing. So we can say, like, 8 is our x, 2, and 5 is our y2, right? And then we can make this our x1, and this is our y1. We can flip it around, doesn't matter. This, either way, it's still gonna work. So let's try it this way. 5 minus 2 over 8 minus 6, right? We still get 3 over 2. So both ways work, okay? You just have to make sure that you're starting with one point and ending with the other point, okay? So we are going to move on, okay? But just a little side note, if you guys were to graph these 2 points, you would still get the same solution as if you were to use this formula, right? So if we were to graph 9, 3, and 6, 2. So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, right? This is 9, 3 right here. And we have 6, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, right? We would go up we'd rise 1, and we would run how many? 1, 2, 3. So we'd rise 1, and we'd run 3, okay? And if we did that, right, if this was our line, rise 1 and run 3, right, we could also do the points, we could also do the slope formula. So we could say 3 minus 2 over 9 minus 6, and we get 1 over 3, right? We still got the same solution. Okay? And let's move on to S5. Okay? So now it's kind of the same thing, but now we know what the slope is, but we don't know what one of the points is. So we're going to solve it algebraically. So if we were going to do y2, right, the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So this is our y's. These are our x's, right? So we could say this is x1, x2, y1, y2, okay? And we were going to write this formula out. So we were going to write -4 minus u over -3 minus -4, okay? That's going to equal our slope of -9, okay? The first thing we're going to look at is the fact that we have a minus a negative. When you subtract a negative, it becomes a plus sign, right? Subtracting a negative makes a plus sign. So -3 plus 4 is 1. So we have -4 minus u over 1 equals -9. Remember, guys, anything over 1 is just itself. So I don't actually need that, right? I don't actually need that. Now we're going to add 4 on both sides. When we add 4 on both sides, we get -u equals -5. Divide by -1 on both sides. Gets rid of the negative, right? And we are left with 5. U equals 5. Let's try one more. So we could do -6 minus 3. So we're subtracting our y's over subtracting our x's. Okay. We just subtracted our y's and then subtracted our x's. Okay. -6 minus 3 is -9. And k minus 6 we don't know. And this formula is going to equal our slope of 9. Okay? Now, how do we solve that? How do we solve this now? Let's erase this part. How do I solve? Well, we could use cross multiplication. So how do we write 9 as a fraction? Well, we put it over 1. And now we can use our cross multiplication. We can multiply the -9 times 1. We get -9 equals, and then we could do 9 times k minus 6. So we get 9 parentheses k minus 6. And then we can distribute. -9 equals 9 times k is 9k minus 9 times 6, -6 is 54. We can add 54 on both sides. Add 54 on both sides. And we are going to be left with 45 equals 9k. Divide by 9, and we are left with k equals 5. Hopefully this helped you guys out and give you a better understanding on how to find the slope of a missing point and how to solve the slope of 2 points.